Almighty give us peace, health, and let us not stray. And let nothing be allowed to become a hurdle in our studies. So let's start our work. Students, in our previous lecture, Chapter 2, Patriotism, and its question answers were discussed. Today we will take further step and start the exercise of the same unit. So, complete solved exercise is there in your notes, but if your concepts are not clear, you won't be able to understand and learn it properly. So pay heed to grasp the knowledge. Our exercise starts with glossary, which has a list of difficult words and their meanings. Now I am going to start reading these meanings for you. First word is devotion, which means loyalty. Commendable, admirable. Supreme means top. Value means worth. And native means from one's motherland. Our next exercise is of vocabulary. Dear students, in our previous video and now in glossary, we have discussed the dictionary meanings of the different words. But the point is, when we read something, it's not necessary that all the time we'll be having our dictionaries with us. So in that case, what can we do? And the answer is, we can assess or guess the meanings of the words according to the context in which they are used. And these meanings are called their contextual or guessed meanings. So same is our first activity on page number 16, in which we have to write both contextual and dictionary meanings of the given words. Let's start doing it. Now the first word is conservation, and we can guess the meaning of this word as protection, and its dictionary meaning is preservation, which means the same. Next is instance. Its guessed and dictionary meaning is same, which is example. Third word is fidelity. Its contextual meaning could be attachment, whereas literal meaning is loyalty. Shield is taken as trophy, and in dictionary it has the meaning of trophy as well as an armor. Last word is reward. We can assess its meaning as prize, whereas detailed dictionary meaning is a thing given in recognition of a service. I hope now you'll also try to adopt this technique of guessing meanings while reading any material. Now we'll move to the B part of the exercise on the same page, in which we have to make words from the given root word. Now this is an interesting activity and you must have done it before. First given word is work, and we can have the words like workplace, worksheet, workload, workshop, worker, etc. The next root word is play, and we can make the words like playground, player, playgroup, playable, playful, playing, and many more. Next topic is modal verb. Students, modal verbs give additional information about main verb that follows it. We should wake up early in the morning. He may come today. In these sentences, should and may are modal verbs. Different modal verbs are used to perform different functions. For example, to indicate possibility, modal verbs can, could, may, might, and would are used. For example, he might be late today. Can and could are also used to show someone's ability. I can speak 3 languages. Intense light could hurt his eyes. To ask someone's permission, can, could, and may are used. Can I open the window? May I ask you a question? To indicate obligation or necessity, we have the modal verbs should, must, have to, and ought to. For example, you should keep your promise. We ought to help him. And if we have to indicate or show any of our past habits, we have the modal verb used to. They used to come here often. He used to visit his grandparents in December. Students, now keep in mind all the modal verbs and their functions, as they'll be helpful to solve the exercise. Exercise is there on page number 19, and we are asked to use appropriate modal verbs to describe 3 abilities and capacities. You can write as I can swim, I can run at a fast speed, I can drive a car. Next is to ask teacher's permission for going out. I think no one needs guidance for this very point as you all use it in school. May I go to drink water? If you have to ask a friend to lend you a book, you would say, will you please lend me a book? To express necessity to get up early, we can use the modal verb as we must get up early in the morning. If we have to express duty or obligation to follow traffic rules, we'll say we should follow traffic rules. And for sharing any of our past habits, we can say I used to play 2 hours daily. I used to express my views freely. Now let's define the sentence and its different kinds. Students, sentence is a group of words that has complete sense. For example, Sara and Sana are best friends. I like rain. We have 3 types of sentences which are simple, compound and complex sentence, but here we are concerned only with simple sentence. A sentence that consists of one independent clause and it gives a complete thought is called a simple sentence. For example, my mother cooks delicious food. Simple sentence has 5 more types which are assertive, interrogative, exclamatory, imperative and optative. Let's start the first one. Assertive sentence. It tells or declares a statement that can be positive or negative. If there is a positive statement in a sentence, it will be called an affirmative sentence. For example, Saad likes football. And if there is a negative statement, then that sentence will be called as a negative sentence, like Saad does not like kites. Second type is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences are used to ask questions. Where do you live? Has he completed the work? These sentences end with a question mark. Exclamatory sentences express sudden feelings of joy, grief, sadness or surprise. What a lovely weather. Oh, they have lost the match. An exclamation mark comes at the end of these sentences. The sentences which show any command, request or advice are called imperative sentences. Do not disturb me. Leave the room. They start with a verb. When you use a sentence to make a wish or pray, it is called an optative sentence. May God bless you. Wish you a happy journey. Now we'll identify different kinds of sentences on page number 19 in part B. First sentence is, art is another subject in which I am particularly interested. Now this is a positive statement, so it's an affirmative sentence. But in exercise, we are having the word assertive, so this will be called as assertive sentence. What a beautiful painting. Now this sentence is ending with an exclamation mark, so this is an exclamatory sentence. Teach him to learn is an imperative sentence. How would I know? Now question is asked, so it is an interrogative sentence. She did not make a false statement as it declares a negative statement, so it is a negative sentence. So here comes our last question, in which we have to punctuate the paragraph. Students, few basic rules are there to punctuate a paragraph, which are start a sentence with capital letter. Proper nouns and pronoun I are always written with capital letter. A sentence ends with a full stop. An interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Direct statements are enclosed in inverted commas. When 2 or more than 2 similar things are there, they get separated with the help of comma. Now your paragraphs with punctuation may differ in old and new syllabus, but rules are the same. For your better understanding, here you are going to have a paragraph with all the punctuation marks. This is all from today's lecture.